You ever notice how money seems to slip through your fingers without you even realizing it? Maybe it's that extra coffee every morning, the late night delivery, or the impulse buy that seemed harmless at the time. At first, it feels like nothing, just small things, right? But if you step back and really look at your life, you start noticing a pattern. Those tiny, almost invisible choices, they start shaping everything. Your savings, your stress levels, the freedom you feel or don't feel. And here's the thing, most of us don't see it. We think money decisions only matter when we make the big moves, buying a house, quitting a job, investing in the stock market. But the truth, the quiet, daily choices, they have a power most people overlook. The power to quietly, invisibly shape your future. And yet, because it's silent, it's easy to ignore. See, most financial advice focuses on extremes. Cut everything and save 50% of your income. Invest aggressively or you'll be broke. Retire early, hustle hard, and maybe a little guilt sprinkled on top. That kind of advice makes you feel like if you're not doing something huge and dramatic, you're failing. But that's not how life works for most people. The real struggle isn't about making $1 million investment or skipping lunch for a week to save 20 bucks. The struggle is invisible. It's in the little choices, day after day, week after week, that we never notice. And because they're small, we tell ourselves they don't matter. Here's an example. Let's say you buy lunch out every day for $10. $10 doesn't feel like much, but that's $70 a week, $300 a month, $3,600 a year, not pocket change. And that's just lunch. Add coffee, subscriptions, late-night snacks. Suddenly, what felt harmless is quietly steering your financial reality. Most people don't understand this because we live in a culture obsessed with big, dramatic moves. We're trained to chase the headline-making actions instead of respecting the slow, quiet power of consistency. And that's why it's so easy to feel like money is controlling you instead of the other way around. Let's pause for a moment and look at why these small decisions have such a big impact. Human psychology, that's the key. Humans aren't wired to see long-term consequences clearly. Our brains evolved for survival, not for financial optimization. We respond to immediate rewards. That extra slice of pizza feels good now. That impulse buy scratches an itch immediately. Meanwhile, the cost, 3 months, 3 years down the road, is invisible. Our brain doesn't naturally factor it in. And that's why habits matter more than willpower. Willpower is exhausting. It fades as the day goes on. Habits, on the other hand, work silently. Once you build the right habits, like saving a little automatically or making mindful spending decisions, they don't demand daily effort. They quietly compound. And yes, compounding isn't just about investments. Most people associate compounding with stocks or interest rates, but behavior compounds too. Let's imagine this. You decide consciously to save $5 a day instead of spending it impulsively. $5. Feels almost meaningless, right? But let's do the math. $5 a day is $150 a month, $1,800 a year. Now, if you invest that money at even a modest 6% annual return, over 10 years, it grows to over $24,000, all from a decision that at first felt too small to matter. The same principle applies to spending. Small leaks in your budget quietly erode your future. Little things add up without you noticing. But the opposite is also true. Small, smart choices quietly build your future without fanfare. It's why someone can feel broke even earning a decent salary. It's not necessarily the amount. They may just be letting small habits dictate their financial reality. And it's why someone else with the same income might feel secure, calm, even wealthy. They've learned the quiet art of small, consistent choices. Let's get a bit deeper. There's also an emotional dimension here. Every time you make a conscious choice about money, you're training your brain. You're reinforcing control over your life. Money isn't just numbers in a bank account. It's freedom, confidence, peace of mind. Every time you choose to save a little instead of giving in to impulse, you're telling yourself, I can handle this. I am capable. I can shape my future.
And that's the hidden power most people overlook. It's not the flashy investments or big career moves. It's the repeated micro decisions quietly shaping not only your wealth, but your sense of self, your emotional resilience, your ability to feel in control in an unpredictable world. So, here's the turning point that changes everything. Money is not about extremes. It's not about massive sacrifices or instant results. It's about awareness. It's about noticing the little choices that go unnoticed. When you start paying attention to the silent moments, your daily habits, your small spending impulses, you begin to realize these moments are powerful. They are the real drivers of your financial life. Imagine thinking of money this way. Every choice is a vote for the life you want. Every small act of saving, mindful spending, or even delaying gratification is a vote for control, for security, for freedom. Over time, these votes compound, not immediately, not dramatically, but consistently. And that consistency is what creates real change, quietly but powerfully. And the beauty of this approach is how human it feels. No extreme sacrifices, no obsession, no guilt. Just awareness, just noticing and deciding one small choice at a time. So, how do you actually apply this without turning life into a spreadsheet nightmare? Start with awareness. For 1 week, just notice your spending. Don't judge, don't change yet. Just see where the tiny leaks are. Coffee, apps, small impulse buys. Awareness alone is powerful because it creates a space between you and your automatic behavior. Next, pick one small habit to change. Not everything at once. Maybe it's saving $1 a day, brewing coffee at home, or skipping one unnecessary subscription. Do it consistently. One choice repeated daily is stronger than 10 choices done inconsistently. Automate where possible. Your brain will naturally want to take the path of least resistance. Automatic transfers to savings, recurring investments, or even pre-deciding your lunch budget removes the constant decision-making and keeps the compounding working silently. And finally, allow room for imperfection. Life is unpredictable. Missing a small choice here and there is normal. The power isn't in perfection, it's in returning to the habit day after day, quietly building your future. So, let's return to the beginning. Those small, almost invisible choices, whether we spend, save, or invest a little differently, they're quietly shaping everything. They're shaping not just your money, but your confidence, your freedom, and your peace of mind. The most liberating part, you don't need a windfall. You don't need a lucky break. You don't need to make the big move. You only need to notice the small daily choices that are already happening and gently, consciously let them work for you. And over time, when you look back, you'll realize something remarkable. The power you feared was in the big moments was actually quietly in your control all along, in the small, silent choices that no one else notices, but you can see. Progress, not perfection. Awareness, not guilt. One small, deliberate choice at a time. And if you can give yourself that, if you can see the power in the silent, quiet moments, you're already ahead of most people. So today, just notice one small choice, just one, and see how it feels to reclaim a little control, a little freedom, a little peace. That's the silent power of your daily financial choices, and that's where real change begins.